Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So it's Friday, hope you had a great week, and you know what Friday means? It means a new Galactic challenge. But before I get into this day's challenge, let me first just give a shout out to the Playbook YouTube channel, because last night I was invited to join the live stream of the Kyber Council episode 5. It was a really interesting discussion we had. It was a panel of fellow YouTube content creators. We were discussing mainly around the character development, roster development for GAC and for other game modes, as well as gearing and relic. Some really interesting points in there, so definitely like to invite you to go and listen to that episode. There will be a link in the description below. But for today, we are taken to the planet of Takodana, where we have to face a team of Jedi, and we need to use the Sith to get all the max rewards. So you know what it means. Friday, thank God, no Mandalorians. So this time we can actually get the best rewards. We can get the red crate unlocked. So as always, I'll first talk through to some of the modifiers here that we are looking at today's challenge, and then I'll show you my team that I used, show you the mods and some of the mechanics there, why I use those characters, and then I will show you 3 battles. So one with a full Sith theme, one with an undersized Sith theme, and then finally the stun party Sith theme there. So let's just get into it. So let's first look at the global modifier, because this one is a big one. The Takodana global modifier is the one where the first character that deals damage gets a permanent death mark on them until they are defeated. So you have to keep that in mind. You can't just go in and start smashing them, because the first guy that will do damage will get death mark and they'll be taken out very quickly. So just something to keep in mind. But anyway, once I go into the battle, I'll explain you how I'm dealing with this death mark issue here. Then the play modifier, so the Sith modifier, we actually just had it on the enemy side last week, so we're pretty familiar now with the Sith modifier. It just gives you some stacking health and offense and things like that. But you know, for the purpose of this Galactic challenge, I don't think it really played much part in it, to be honest. And now looking at the enemy modifier, the actual modifier for Jedi I think is not all that great here, because whenever an enemy buff is dispelled or expires, that Jedi will gain advantage for 2 turns and then stacking critical damage. But because these battles they end so quickly, you know, there is no real effect here in the stacking damage. So definitely when it comes to Jedi modifiers, I think it's one of the weakest, which in one way is good, because Jedi faction is powerful enough as it is. They don't need powerful modifiers in my opinion. And as you can see here on the right side, the enemies will be facing this time Jedi Knight Luke lead, with Barris, General Skywalker, Hermit Yoda, and General Kenobi. And now let me show you first my team here that I use for the full Sith squad here. So I decided to go with Emperor Palpatine here lead, because as we know, his lead is really good. You get a whole turn meter train going, and as well as his unique does damage to shocked and Jedi enemies, so you know, it'll help you a little bit to burn through them quickly. Now he's at Relic 7. I have him modded for speed here, so he's at 260. Then I'm next, my Treya here, Relic 3. I have him modded for health and a little bit of speed, so at 249. Up next, Relic 3 Malak, also modded for speed, some tenacity as well, so he's at 294 speed here. And then Relic 3 Dooku, also modded for speed, so he's at 312. And finally Bastila here at Relic 5, and she's also modded for speed and some potency, so she's 304 speed. Now before I get to battle, I said we'll be taking use of Palpatine's turn meter train here, because going against Jedi Knight Luke there, once Jedi Knight Luke gets a turn, your speed will get reduced, because that's what his leadership does. So with Palpatine's lead, you basically offset that speed reduction because of the whole bonus turn meter train you'll be having, because of all the debuffs that will be spamming on the field. I'm using Treya here because her unique can dispel, so when Jedi Knight Luke gets out his AoE stun, it won't really do anything, because when your guys get a turn, Treya's unique will just cleanse them off. So that's why I use Treya, and her isolate is as well useful to either, you know, isolate Kenobi so he doesn't taunt, or isolate either General Skywalker or Jedi Knight Luke, because once they've got Jedi Will on them, they will be counterattacking and hitting really hard. Malak here, he's there to be our tank, so we will kind of manipulate our abilities to make sure that Malak gets death mark, so he will have a permanent taunt on him, and because Malak ignores half percent base damage, that death mark won't really do extra damage to him, so he's a perfect tank here to use. And then Dooku here, he's very good because he can stun, but most importantly his basic attack applies ability lock, so you can see it deals physical damage to target with a 50% chance to attack again, doubled if the target is Galactic Republic, and these attacks have 50% chance to inflict stun and ability block and can't be countered or evaded. So he's when they have Jedi Wheel, this basic attack they won't be able to counterattack, and you have a chance to stun and ability block them. And then here Bastila, we all know what she does. Her basic applies ability block most importantly here, that's what will come into play, and obviously her fear and debuffs and everything. And why ability blocks are important here, because you really want to try to keep these Jedi under control so they don't get out their Jedi Will, because this will boost their damage, as well as it will give immediate turn to the Jedi Knight Luke, and you know they'll be counter-attacking and things like that. So definitely here, because you cannot stun Jedi Knight Luke, he can't be stunned, but he can be ability blocked, he can't be feared. So the only way to control him in this kind of Sith theme is using ability blocks. That's why here Dooku and Bastila are really good, and as well Trey on her special, she can apply ability blocks as well. Alright, so with the overview here of the team and the abilities that are important here, let me just jump now into the first battle and just talk you through it. It's going to be a pretty straightforward one, but still, let's have a look. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, these guys are all very slow, so I make sure when I was modding my guys that they're all 250 speed or above, because if you do that, that means that all your 5 characters will go before them. They're very slow. So you really want to make sure that all your characters get a turn so that you get to use your abilities and that you can then easily control them. Now obviously Dooku here, in my case, he's the fastest character on my team. You do not want to here deal damage with anybody else but Malak until Malak does damage, so that he gets that mark on him. So I'm just going to use Master Makashi here. He goes into stealth. And again, Bastila's Fear does not deal damage, so she will not get death mark either. And now Malak's turn. So he can go ahead now, apply shock on Kenobi, so Kenobi won't be able to taunt and get in the way in what you're doing. But most importantly, he was your first character here that deal any damage. So he gets death mark on him, which is permanent taunt. Basically, they'll have to go after him. And when they hit him, they will get feared and things like that. Death mark, as mentioned before, does nothing to Malak. He ignores the health-based health percentage damage. So that's pretty good. We got a tank now taunting for us. Let's see if we can get some stuns out here. There we go. We got a couple of stuns. Good. So here, now I will go ahead and ability block General Skywalker, because remember, if we keep stuns and ability blocks on these guys, they won't be able to use Jedi's Will. So you really want to delay the Jedi Will as much as possible, because if they get it out, they'll start putting some big hits on you. Let's reapply shock over on Kenobi so he doesn't taunt. Let's see if we can land ability block on Luke. Good. Alright, let's do the Wild Lightning there on Kenobi because he was shocked. So enemy number 1 here really is Luke Skywalker here. So let's drain him. Apply shock. Okay, now everybody's ability block or stun, so let's just put a basic hit here in Luke. So there we go. So our speed there, as you can see, got little blue icons out there, got reduced, but it doesn't really matter. Palpatine's Terminator train here will totally offset the speed loss we just got. Alright, so Traya now can isolate here Luke, increase his cooldown, so let's ability block him again. We do not want them to get the Jedi Will out. Let's see if we can get more stuns here. There we go. Stun over on General Skywalker. We don't want him to, get loose and start doing his AoE here. So as you can see, just ability blocking, stunning everybody. Alright. Again, let's put a big hit there with Traya. More fear, more debuffs. Let's just use Master Makashi again. Stuck behind Kenobi, fine. Let's just drain Kenobi then. There we go, another AoE here. No stuns, unfortunately. There we go, so Luke is gone. Let's finish off General Skywalker now. Okay, oof, he resists a shock. Come on. There we go. Wild Lightning, and it's only need to take out Barris now. As you can see, here it works pretty well. You just need to use ability blocks and stuns to control the enemy, and completing this with a full Sith theme is not an issue at all. Now, obviously, you can use different variation of Sith themes. This is just the one that I like to use, just because all the stuns and ability blocks and everything. Alright, so now on to the next feat, which is the Undersized feat. And again, I'll use the same team here. I just took out Dooku. So the strategy is similar here. Let's put first Fear over on General Skywalker, Shock General Kenobi, get some stuns out there. Okay, ability block General Skywalker here with Traya, and then put Shock over on Kenobi, and then ability block Luke so he can't use Jedi's Will. Because the cooldown increase from Traya will not prevent them from using Jedi's Will. So just something to bear in mind. So the only way to stop it is either stun everybody, fear, or ability block. But Jedi Knight Luke, he's immune to stun and fear, so you can only stop him with an ability block there. So I just go all out on him. Okay, there we go. Just keep using basic here. Come on, Luke. Come on. Basic, Wild Lightning. Oof, almost got him. Alright, and then Malak will finish him off now. There we go, get more stuns going here. Okay, let's see if we can get a shock there over Kenobi so he doesn't taunt. Then we can now turn our attention again on General Skywalker because he can do still some big damage here. However, without, Luke there, I don't think they can do much, but they can still use Jedi's Will even without him, because that's the leadership ability that everybody get here. So there you go. General Skywalker was able to get out Jedi Will, but because he's isolated, we don't need to worry about his counterattacks. Okay, come on. There we go. Another Wild Lightning there. So you can see really running circles around them. And in this case here, Jedi Knight Luke never even took a turn, so our speed hasn't been reduced. So it's even a smoother run here than with a full 5-man team I showed you in the first battle. So there you go, when you get good RNG, you really run circles around them. Alright, so with the 2 easy feats out of the way, let's now go to the 4th and final feat here we need to achieve, and that is to apply stuns 30 times. Now as you can see here, we were totally destroying the Jedi here with Palpatine and the Sith. So when I was trying to use a full Sith team, because mine are all relicked, I was just doing too much damage, and I killed everybody before actually I was able to apply 30 stuns. So I made a small adjustment to my team, and let me show you what I actually used here. So in place of Bastila there, I actually used Jedi Knight Luke, so I modded him for speed, so his speed is at 260 because I wanted to make sure, again, that he goes before everybody else, because he also has a mass stun, same as Palpatine. So instead of Bastila there, because with Bastila I was just killing them too quick, and I finished them off before I was able to apply 30 stuns. So here, like, Dooku can stun on his basic, as well as his shock ability. He can actually stun 2 targets potentially, and then Palpatine can stun everybody, and as well as Jedi Knight Luke. So got a bit of extra stuns here with Luke finally turning to the dark side. Here we go. So again, use Master Makashi here with Dooku, apply shock and Kenobi, and then because Malak was the first one that dealt any damage here, he got death mark on him, and that's what we want. Now we can go ahead, apply stuns on everybody. So there we go, we got 4 stuns here. Let's ability block Luke so he can't use Jedi Wheel, and then just drain him here. Okay, so I'm going to actually save the stun and call here Palpatine to assist, to apply shock there on over Luke. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get more stuns going here. And then let's isolate Luke. And when you do isolate Luke, you can just target Malak there, so he gets bonus protections. As you can see, he'll be a bit more tanky now. There we go. Oh! Oh, Luke almost took him out because he was able to get Jedi Wheel. Oh, there we go. So with Luke out of the way, let's now turn our attention to General Skywalker. But again here, I was trying to take my time. There we go. Mass stun here with Jedi Luke. He's contributing here, not just with his damage, but with his stuns. So let's do more stuns here. Because here I was really trying to delay taking them out just to make sure I get 30 stuns in here. I really wish that CG with these kind of feats they would give us a counter so that you know how many stuns you already got, so that you know when you can actually finish the battle, rather than just kind of blindly keep going. But anyway, back to the battle here. Stuck behind Kenobi. Alright, let's put a shock on him. There we go. Again, usability here. There we go, Dooku. 2 more stuns from Dooku here. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to take out Kenobi here, so I'll just take him out. So here the plan was to take out General Skywalker because he can still do some big hits on us, and then kind of keep trying to stun Hermit Yoda and Barriss. Because Barry is unique, this is a Zeta Barriss in here actually, so when you do critically hit them, they will be healing up from her Zeta. So the whole idea is here, take out the damage dealers first, and then the rest, you know, just take your time, try to get your stuns in. There we go, no stun here, did get an ability block. So that's why I just kept kind of everybody a little bit alive and just kept stunning Hermit Yoda there. Now Palpatine here, he can kind of prevent what you're doing because his shock will prevent healing. So if he does apply shock, that might cause you some trouble. But anyway, I just keep going after Skywalker. Thanks Barriss, thank you for the heal. This is one of those moments where actually I was like happy that Barriss is healing everybody, just to give me enough time that I can get my stuns out. As you can see here, let's actually isolate Hermit Yoda. We don't want him to go into stealth. We need him to be exposed out of stealth so we can apply stuns on him as well. Because once he's in stealth, he also will be evading all the attacks. So the only way to apply stuns there on Yoda is either with Jedi Knight Luke or if he's not in stealth. That's why I decided there to isolate him so we can keep applying stuns on him. Alright, let's see if we can get more stuns there. Okay, cool. Well, I hope I have enough stuns. But anyway, let's just keep going after Barriss here, because you can see Barriss is healing up when you keep attacking her, which is good because Dooku does very little damage there. So it'll give us enough stuns here, I hope. There we go. Anyway, let's finish off General Skywalker before he takes out anybody else, because if you notice, my Dooku's got death mark now on him. There we go, we got only Barriss left here. So I'm just going to try and take my time here, make sure I get enough stuns here. With either, so that's why there I didn't want to apply shock with Palpatine, because that would prevent healing from Barriss's unique, the shock. So that's why I used the heal ability there from Palpatine instead. And here again, do not want to shock, just use basics and hopefully they will land some stuns. Now in this case, unfortunately, I had to land a shock with Palpatine. As you can see, Barriss is doing all the work for us. She's helping us out here, healing up. There we go, just basics now. Oh, we almost got out of the way. Let's do healing again. See if we can get more ability, more stuns there. Excellent, there we go. Okay, it's basic. More stuns. Okay, that's it, Barriss. Heal up so we can keep stunning you. Alright, and that was it. That's how I completed here this feat. As mentioned before, if you don't have a Jedi Knight Luke, it's not like you really need him. But I just found out that with so many these powerful Sith characters here, I would just take him now too quick. So you know, if you don't have Jedi Knight Luke, you could use something else in there. Maybe Thrawn. Thrawn is a good character because you can fracture, recover protection and things like that. Or maybe even a Kylo Ren Mask, right? Because he's got two turn stun as well that can't be resisted. So he's a good character that can add some extra stuns. In my case, I went with Jedi Knight Luke and it worked really well. Alright guys, so this kind of concludes the video for today's Galactic Challenge. So it's kind of a bad good cop situation here, whereas Monday is bad cop with Mandalorians, and on Fridays we have good cop because, you know, we always kind of get like a bit easier galactic challenges here that allows us to get the full rewards this time. Alright guys, I hope you find this video useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.